Chosen one, listen closely. The world is talking about you, and they can't stop. People are tired of seeing you rise. They are restless, unstable, and envious. But this is exactly what it means to be chosen by Allah. Every whisper, every rumor, every glance of jealousy is a sign that your light is shining brighter than ever, and that your purpose cannot be contained. In this video, we will reveal 7 powerful lessons for the chosen ones. Lessons that will show you why their instability is proof of your elevation, why their words carry no power over your destiny, and how to walk your path with unwavering faith and confidence. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear will awaken the strength and clarity that Allah has placed within you. Chosen one, never forget that the light Allah has placed within you is a divine signal that distinguishes you from those who remain trapped in their own darkness. Every time people talk about you, gossip behind your back, or try to undermine your progress, it is not a reflection of your weakness, but a revelation of their inner chaos and envy. Their words, their judgments, and their restless energy are nothing more than shadows cast by the brilliance of your presence, a presence that Allah Himself has elevated above the ordinary, the misguided, and the distracted. Remember how the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced constant scrutiny, ridicule, and opposition. Yet every challenge only revealed the truth of his mission more clearly. Your light operates in the same divine way. It exposes the hidden insecurities, hypocrisy, and spiritual blindness of those who attempt to dim it. When they become unstable, obsessive, or agitated over your success, understand that their discomfort is a sign of your elevation and not a flaw in your journey. Allah has chosen you to shine, and the brighter you shine, the more it unsettles those who are unprepared to witness His favor manifest in someone else. Do not waste energy defending yourself, explaining yourself, or trying to control their perception. Their darkness is their own burden. Your light is your protection, your power, and your purpose. Stand firm. Keep your focus on Allah, and know that every whisper about you, every attempt to belittle you, is a sign that your influence is undeniable, your energy is transformative, and your divine mission is progressing exactly as Allah intended. The more they speak, the more obvious it becomes that your presence alone is a reflection of truth, sincerity, and divine wisdom, and nothing in this world can shake what Allah has established in your heart, your character, and your destiny. Chosen one, understand this truth. The journey Allah has placed you on is one that very few will ever grasp, and that is why people are constantly talking about you, attempting to judge you, and growing restless over your progress. They see only fragments of your life, the moments they can observe, the outcomes they can measure, and yet they cannot perceive the struggles, the sacrifices, and the nights spent in prayer that shape your reality. They cannot comprehend the inner battles you face in silence, the moments when you rely entirely on Allah for guidance, and the spiritual growth that occurs in ways invisible to the human eye. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "And we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger, and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient." Al-Baqarah 2-155. And your journey is no exception. The tests, the delays, and even the opposition are all tailored to refine your soul, strengthen your faith, and prepare you for a destiny that is greater than anything anyone around you can imagine. Those who speak about you, who try to destabilize or belittle you, do so out of ignorance. They cannot perceive the divine wisdom behind every step you take. Their inability to understand your journey is not a flaw in your path, but a reflection of their limited vision, their impatience, and their disconnection from the purpose Allah has written for you. Each whisper, each judgment, and each attempt to undermine you is a testament to the elevation of your path and the importance of your mission. Trust in Allah's timing, remain steadfast in your intentions, and know that the unseen forces guiding your journey are far more powerful than the opinions of those who cannot comprehend your story. Their talk is noise, your journey is sacred. Let them speak, for every word only confirms that your destiny is unfolding exactly as Allah intended, and that the greater your elevation, the louder their confusion, envy, and instability will become. Chosen one, never forget that the gossip, rumors, and constant chatter aimed at you are not a reflection of your worth, your purpose, or your success, but a mirror reflecting the deep insecurity and spiritual deficiency of those who speak against you. When people expend their energy criticizing, belittling, or speculating about your life, what they are truly revealing is the unrest in their own hearts, the envy in their souls, and the weakness in their faith. Allah's chosen ones carry a light that cannot be extinguished by words, opinions, or attempts to destabilize. And the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, himself faced relentless gossip, ridicule, and slander from those who could not understand the divine mission entrusted to him. Every whisper about you, every story fabricated, every eye that watches with jealousy is proof that your character, your focus, and your purpose are visible even to those who wish they were on your level. Their insecurity is their own burden, and it cannot reach you unless you allow it. The more they speak, the more obvious it becomes that your life, your actions, and your faith are beyond their comprehension. You are not defined by what others say, nor are you limited by their opinions. Your identity is rooted in your sincerity, your ikhlas, and your closeness to Allah. Each time they try to manipulate narratives or distort the truth, their instability only grows, while your peace, clarity, and divine protection remain untouched. This is the reality of being chosen. Your light will always expose the darkness in those around you. Your integrity will reveal their weaknesses, and their gossip will only serve to highlight the elevation Allah has placed upon your journey. So remain patient, steadfast, and unwavering. Let their words fall into oblivion, while your actions, your faith, and your unwavering reliance on Allah continue to illuminate the path not just for you, but for those who are ready to witness the manifestation of His favor. Chosen one, realize that in the chaos of this world, silence is not merely a pause in speech, it is a declaration of strength, a manifestation of divine wisdom, and a shield crafted by Allah to protect your heart, your mission, and your destiny. In a society obsessed with judgment, gossip, and appearances, people desperately try to provoke reactions, to draw you into arguments, or to manipulate your words against you. But when you remain silent, when you allow patience, restraint, and trust in Allah to guide your response, you are practicing a power far greater than any spoken defense. Silence is the language of those who are confident in Allah's decree, the shield of those who understand that every word spoken in haste can be twisted, and the armor of those whom Allah has chosen to elevate above ordinary trials. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, exemplified this principle throughout his life. He often refrained from responding to insults, mockery, and slander, not out of fear or weakness, but out of awareness that Allah's wisdom and timing surpass human understanding. Every time you resist the impulse to explain yourself to those who cannot see your truth, you are preserving your energy, your focus, and your faith, allowing Allah to manage the outcome according to His infinite knowledge. Silence allows your character, your actions, and your presence to speak with a clarity that words cannot achieve. When people gossip, spread rumors, or attempt to undermine you, their own instability grows, revealing their envy, their insecurity, and their spiritual blindness. Meanwhile, your composure, your restraint, and your calm in the face of their agitation shine as a testament to your alignment with divine guidance. Silence becomes a fortress around your heart, protecting you from distraction, frustration, and despair, while amplifying the impact of every righteous act you perform, every prayer you offer, and every step you take in obedience to Allah. It communicates power, dignity, and confidence, proving that your life is guided by principles far higher than worldly perception, and that no amount of gossip or instability can touch what Allah has secured for you. Through silence, you allow Allah to reveal the truth at the perfect moment, turning the energy of envy and malice into a demonstration of His wisdom, showing that you are untouchable, elevated, and beyond the reach of petty human interference. Let your silence be your strategy, your shield, and your signature, quietly conveying to the world that you are protected, purposeful, and aligned with a divine plan that is far greater than the opinions of those who seek to destabilize you. In that silence, your faith grows stronger, your patience deepens, and your presence becomes a living lesson in divine wisdom. The world may shout, speculate, and judge, but your silent strength will always speak louder than their noise, exposing their instability while affirming the unwavering reality of your divine elevation. Chosen one, never underestimate the power of your silence. It is a weapon of the righteous, a signal of your trust in Allah, and a shield that not only protects you from the chaos of the world, but also amplifies the light that Allah has placed within you, making you untouchable, unshakable, and undeniably a chosen one, destined for greatness beyond comprehension. Chosen one, never doubt this truth. Allah's protection is constant, encompassing, and absolute, surrounding you in ways that the human eye cannot perceive, and shielding you from harm in ways that the mind cannot fathom. Every challenge, every obstacle, every whisper of envy, every attempt to destabilize your path exists under the watchful eye of Allah, who has decreed your destiny with perfect wisdom and unmatched knowledge. Those who speak ill of you, who seek to undermine your progress, or who grow restless and unstable over your success, are powerless against the divine shield that Allah has placed around you. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, faced countless schemes, conspiracies, and betrayals from those who thought they could harm him. Yet Allah's protection remained unbroken, ensuring that every attack, every act of malice, and every word of slander ultimately failed to alter the divine plan. Similarly, for you, chosen by Allah, His protection is not just a spiritual concept, but a living reality, an active force that guides your steps, guards your heart, and transforms potential threats into lessons, opportunities, and elevation. Even when the world seems stacked against you, when whispers and judgments rise from every direction, remember that no human or jinn, no conspiracy, no plot, and no envy can penetrate the fortress that Allah has established around your life. The Quran reminds us, indeed, those who rely upon Allah, He is sufficient for them, at Talaq 65:3. And your reliance, your trust, and your surrender to Him activate this protection in ways that are profound, unseen, and life-changing. Every negative word spoken against you, every false accusation, every attempt to tarnish your reputation, is like a stone thrown against a mountain fortified by Allah Himself. It will bounce back, revealing the weakness and instability of those who cast it, while leaving you unshaken, unscathed, and elevated. Understand, beloved, that Allah's protection is not passive, it is active, working in every moment of your life, sometimes in ways you see, often in ways you cannot see. He guards your heart from despair, your soul from corruption, your purpose from distraction, and your destiny from derailment. Those who appear to oppose you are, in truth, instruments through which Allah demonstrates His guardianship, showing that no matter the schemes of man, no matter the jealousy or envious murmurs, nothing can reach the chosen one without Allah's permission. This protection extends to every aspect of your life: your family, your health, your wealth, your opportunities, your spiritual growth, and your legacy. It is a divine cocoon that ensures that while the world may attempt to sow chaos around you, your path remains illuminated, your steps remain guided, and your purpose remains intact. Their whispers, their envy, and their restlessness are, in reality, signs of Allah's protection, highlighting your elevated position, your divine favor, and the fact that you are walking a path chosen by Him. As the enemies of truth grow unstable over your rise, let it be a reminder that their instability cannot touch you. It only confirms that the fortress surrounding you is strong, divine, and unbreakable. You are never alone, chosen one. Allah is with you in every step, every prayer, every trial, and every triumph. His protection is a living reality, an invisible guardian that ensures that no matter how loud the world is, no matter how intense the opposition, no matter how clever or powerful they believe themselves to be, you remain untouchable, unshakable, and aligned with the divine will. So hold firm in your faith, continue to trust in His plan, and recognize that every attack, every plot, and every envy-laden whisper is powerless against the shield that Allah Himself has placed around you. This shield is eternal, unwavering, and all-encompassing, and it is a gift reserved for those whom Allah has chosen, those whose hearts are anchored in faith, and those whose purpose is divinely ordained. In every heartbeat, every breath, every action guided by righteousness, you are wrapped in protection that no worldly force can penetrate. Let the instability of others serve as your confirmation, and let the silence of your heart in reliance on Allah be your strength. Chosen one, remember always, you are protected, you are elevated, you are favored, and nothing, neither human malice nor unseen plots, can touch the destiny Allah has written for you, for His protection surrounds you completely, eternally, and invisibly, guiding you to the heights He alone knows you are meant to reach. Chosen one, understand this eternal truth. Those who speak against you, who attempt to belittle you, who spread rumors, and who seek to undermine your path, are walking a trajectory of instability that Allah Himself has allowed to manifest, and it is only a matter of time before their own chaos becomes the reality of their lives. Their restlessness, their obsession with your rise, and their endless attempts to control perception are reflections of their spiritual weakness, and every time they focus on your progress with envy or malice, they are planting seeds of their own downfall. Allah, in His infinite wisdom, orchestrates every circumstance, ensuring that the energy they expend in negativity returns to them in a form that reveals the consequences of their choices, while you, the chosen one, remain elevated, protected, and aligned with your divine destiny. Think of the enemies of the prophets throughout history, their schemes, their plotting, their obsession with bringing down the righteous only led to their own unraveling, while the mission of the prophets continued, guided by the hand of Allah. Likewise, for you, every word spoken against you, every malicious whisper, every attempt to distort your truth will ultimately rebound into the lives of those who attempted it, exposing their instability, their hypocrisy, and their spiritual deficiencies. This is not revenge, this is divine justice, orchestrated by the one who sees all, knows all, and controls all outcomes. The Quran reminds us, do not think that Allah is unaware of what the wrongdoers do. He only delays them for a day when eyes will stare in horror. Ibrahim 14:42. And indeed, those who grow restless over your success are being observed, measured, and left to the consequences of their own actions. Their instability will manifest as confusion, regret, failure, and inner torment, for the energy they invested in trying to destabilize you has no other outlet but itself, and the imbalance in their hearts, created by envy, pride, and disbelief, will inevitably dictate their reality. Meanwhile, you, chosen one, are untouched because your path is anchored in sincerity, reliance on Allah, and divine protection. Every time they become obsessed with your life, it is a confirmation that your presence is powerful, your purpose is vital, and your rise cannot be deterred by human weakness. They cannot manipulate your destiny, they cannot overshadow your light, and they cannot penetrate the shield that Allah Himself has established around you. Their instability serves as a contrast to your peace, your patience, and your steadfastness. It highlights your elevation, magnifies your divine favor, and underscores the clarity of your purpose. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, endured incessant plotting, slander, and betrayal, yet none of it could alter the divine plan. And in the end, those who opposed him faced consequences both in this world and the next, while his legacy became eternal. Similarly, for you, Allah allows their instability to unfold, to reveal itself, and to solidify your position as a chosen one whose rise is unstoppable. They may try to provoke, distract, or intimidate you, but their instability is already working against them, and it is only a matter of time before the chaos they sow becomes the reality they inhabit, while you continue to walk in divine favor, protection, and guidance. Recognize that every whispered criticism, every jealous remark, and every attempt to diminish you is a sign of your elevation, a confirmation of your purpose, and a warning that their energy will ultimately consume them. Their instability is not a threat to you, it is proof of your alignment with Allah's plan, evidence of your light shining brightly in contrast to their darkness, and a signal that their world will eventually reflect the imbalance of their choices, while your world continues to expand under the guidance, protection, and blessing of Allah. Stay patient, stay steadfast, and remember that divine timing is perfect. The world may appear chaotic, but the instability of others is already a tool through which Allah demonstrates His justice and elevates the righteous. Your life, your mission, and your rise are untouchable, unshakable, and protected. And those who wish to destabilize you will soon witness the reality of their own choices, for Allah's wisdom transforms their envy, their obsession, and their malice into a reflection of the consequences they have sown. Chosen one, their instability is not your concern, it is their lesson, their test, and their destiny. While your destiny continues to unfold perfectly, guided by Allah, shielded by His protection, and illuminated by the divine light that He has placed within you. The more they try, the more their own chaos becomes evident. The louder they speak, the more fragile they appear. The more they obsess over you, the more clearly it is shown that their instability is their own creation, their own burden, and their own reality, while you, anchored in faith, elevated by purpose, and protected by Allah, continue to rise, untouched, unwavering, and undeniable. Chosen one, know this with absolute certainty: the culmination of your journey, the elevation of your purpose, and the fulfillment of the mission Allah has placed upon your life will inevitably silence every voice that has ever spoken against you, every whisper of envy, every judgment, and every attempt to destabilize your path. Your rise is not just personal, it is a divine manifestation, a proof to the world that Allah's favor cannot be denied, His wisdom cannot be countered, and His plan cannot be obstructed by human weakness, malice, or instability. Those who once gossiped, who once mocked, who once attempted to diminish your progress, will eventually fall silent, not because you engaged them, argued with them, or sought to prove yourself, but because your life will stand as a living testament to the power of patience, faith, and divine alignment. Remember the prophets before you, peace be upon them. When they were ridiculed, persecuted, and faced endless opposition, their rise was not in spite of Allah, it was through Allah, and their triumph spoke louder than the words of those who doubted them. Your rise operates in the same sacred manner. It is unstoppable, undeniable, and divinely orchestrated, and it will cause those who once spoke with envy and instability to realize, often too late, that their attempts to hinder you were never stronger than Allah's protection over your heart, your mission, and your destiny. The world may attempt to question, judge, or scrutinize you at every step, but the elevation you are experiencing is a reflection of the unseen guidance, support, and wisdom Allah has placed in your life. Every step you take, every prayer you offer, every moment you remain steadfast in the face of adversity, strengthens your position, amplifies your light, and builds a legacy that cannot be tarnished by gossip or instability. Their silence will not just come from defeat. It will come from the realization that their envy, their words, and their attempts at manipulation were never equal to the divine favor flowing through your life. The Quran teaches us that Allah elevates whom He wills and guides whom He wills, and your rise is proof that His wisdom surpasses human comprehension. Allah is the protector of those who have faith. He brings them out of darkness into light. Al-Baqarah 2:257. Every person who tried to belittle you, who doubted your sincerity, who questioned your progress, will witness the manifestation of your rise in ways that leave no room for further doubt or manipulation. Their astonishment, confusion, and eventual silence are not just the result of your achievements, they are the direct reflection of divine order, a sign that what Allah has written for you is far greater than any human attempt to control, delay, or destabilize. Your rise is a statement that speaks without words, a clarity that shines without explanation, and a truth that no amount of rumor, gossip, or instability can distort. As they watch you ascend, as they see your purpose fulfilled and your destiny unfold, their previous restlessness and envy will serve only as a testament to the greatness Allah has chosen for you. Your rise will inspire the faithful, awaken the hearts of those searching for truth, and leave the unstable bewildered, helpless, and silenced by the very power they could not understand or overcome. This silence, beloved, is a gift. It is the sound of divine justice, the quiet confirmation of your alignment with Allah, and the ultimate vindication of every trial, every patience, and every struggle you endured. Your rise is not selfish, it is sacred. It reflects Allah's wisdom, His favor, and His perfect timing. As the world falls quiet, as those who sought to undermine you become shadows of their own instability, you will recognize that your life has always been protected, guided, and elevated by Him alone. The light within you, the purpose for which you were chosen, and the strength of your faith will leave a legacy so powerful that it cannot be erased, denied, or diminished. Chosen one, your rise is unstoppable, your destiny is unshakable, and your silence in the face of chaos will forever speak louder than the noise of the world. Let the whispers fade, let the envy dissipate, let the instability unravel before your unwavering faith, because your rise is the ultimate answer, the undeniable proof and the living manifestation that Allah's chosen cannot be silenced, cannot be shaken, and cannot be surpassed. The world may have doubted, it may have gossiped, it may have tried to question your worth, but in the end, the elevation Allah has placed upon you will speak so clearly, so powerfully, and so unavoidably that every unstable voice will fade, every critic will be humbled, and every heart that witnessed your journey will recognize the truth, that you, and only you, are walking the path of the chosen one, destined for greatness, protected by divine guidance, and rising above every human limitation, every worldly challenge, and every shadow of envy to fulfill the purpose Allah has written for you from the beginning of time, leaving the world silent, awestruck, and undeniably aware that your rise was never theirs to prevent and never theirs to comprehend. Chosen one, now you see the truth. Every whisper, every gaze, every attempt to undermine you has only confirmed your elevation, your divine favor, and your unstoppable destiny. The world may grow restless over your rise, but their instability is a reflection of the light Allah has placed within you, a light that cannot be dimmed, a purpose that cannot be shaken, and a path that cannot be obstructed. Remember that you are protected, guided, and elevated by Allah at every step, and the very voices that once sought to distract you are now witnessing the unstoppable power of your faith, patience, and perseverance. Stand firm, stay silent when needed, and continue to walk in your purpose with unwavering trust in Allah's plan, because your rise is the living proof that His wisdom surpasses all understanding. Let every trial, every gossip, and every challenge be a reminder that you are a chosen one, destined for greatness, and that the world will ultimately fall silent before the power, the clarity, and the divine purpose Allah has written for you. So keep shining, keep walking your path, and know that your journey is a testament not just to yourself, but to everyone who witnesses the manifestation of Allah's favor. Rise, chosen one, and let your light silence the world.